Warren Buffett's top 10 highest dividend yielding stocks. That's what I'm sharing with you guys here today. If you don't know what a dividend is, it's essentially when you buy into a stock and they actually pay a dividend. It's money that's just deposited into your account basically every 3 months. Not all stocks in the stock market pay it, but however, most big companies out there actually pay dividends. And these ones pay Warren Buffett a lot in dividends, all right? So I hope you guys enjoy this. Now, if you don't know who Warren Buffett is, essentially he's now going to be the second richest man in the world. Jeff Bezos was number one, then it was Gates, then it was Buffett. But Jeff Bezos, if you didn't already hear, he's getting a divorce. So it looks like Buffett will be back into that number 2 slot as a second richest man in the world. Warren Buffett's net worth is one of the most interesting graphs you can possibly look at, because it's not a guy that just magically got rich overnight or something. He's just been consistently building that wealth year in and year out. He first kind of like broke out as a someone that was considered rich around age 30. That's when he had around $1 million. Now $1 million is still a lot of money nowadays, but back then when Warren Buffett was 30, $1 million was a lot more money than it is today, okay? And if you look, he just consistently built and built and built as the age brackets go. Nowadays is around 88 years old, and obviously we saw his net worth. It's 85 billion or so. Now get ready for some numbers that are going to absolutely shock you. I'm going to show you a few things right now that your mind is going to be absolutely blown, okay? A lot of people wonder, like, how much does Warren Buffett's company, Berkshire Hathaway, how much do they make in just dividend money per minute, okay? It has been estimated that Warren Buffett's company makes around $8,000 per minute in dividend income, okay? Let's assume this video, most of my videos are like 10 to 15 minutes, okay? So let's assume this video you're watching right now is gonna be like 12 and a half minutes. How much money will Warren Buffett's company make just during the course of this video? $8,000 times 12 and a half minutes, that's about $100,000, guys. And think about that, then you go watch another video, oh, he just made another 100K, oh, another 100K. That is incredible to think about. Can you imagine even making like $20 a minute? Like even making like 20 bucks a minute would put you on a ridiculous income level, right? 20 bucks a minute is ridiculous. I had to just do the calculation just for the fun of it. And $20 a minute times around 525,000 minutes in a year, that's over $10 million. You'd make 10 mil if you made $20 a minute. Imagine making $8,000 per minute. Imagine owning a company like that. That is incredible. One other thing that's incredible is Apple. It does not even make anywhere on this top 10 of the highest dividend yielders that Warren Buffett actually owns, but they are the company that should pay him the most in dividend income. Basically, he's going to make probably around $800 million plus in dividend income alone from Apple this year. And that amount is just going to go up and up over the years because Apple's basically going to be able to increase their dividends each year for many, many years into the future. So which means Buffett's stake in that company as far as the dividends coming in is probably going to be upwards of $1 billion in the future per year just from Apple stock alone. That's incredible, guys. So with that being said, I hope this kind of motivated you guys. You can get rich over a long period of time, and dividend income is pretty amazing, especially once you get the ball rolling, all right? Let's get into this top 10, guys. Coming in at number 10 is a company named PNC Financial Services Group, ticker symbol PNC. They have a dividend yield of about 3.1%. All these stocks pay 3+% dividend yield that Buffett owns. Coming in at number 9 is one of Warren Buffett's biggest investments out there. He started buying the stock very, very heavy in the 1980s, and that is the Coca Cola Corporation, ticker symbol KO. You probably know the Coca Cola Corporation not just because of Coca Cola and Coke Zero and all those type of products, the soda products, but also they own brands like Dasani Water. They own a ton of juice brands. They have investment in things like Monster Beverage. To illustrate the power of Coca Cola, this is how Coca Cola thinks. They think, oh, you want a soda? Okay, that's fine. We got all the soda brands out there. Oh, you want a water? We'll give you a Dasani. We'll give you a Smart Water. All right. Oh, you want a sports drink? Okay, we own Powerade. You want a Minute Maid? You want a juice of some kind? Simply Juice? That's fine. We own those brands too. Oh, you want a vitamin water? That's fine. We own vitamin water. No, you actually want a coconut water? We own one of the biggest coconut water brands in all the world. Oh, you want some fancy overpriced milk? We got that too. Oh, you want tea? Okay, we own 2 of the biggest tea brands out there. Oh, you want an energy drink? Okay, well, let's just make a massive investment in the biggest energy drink brand in the world. That's how Coca-Cola thinks, and that's how they have market share of almost every single person's refrigerator in the entire world. And dividend yield of this one of 3.17%. Needless to say, Warren Buffett gets hundreds of millions of dollars of dividend income basically from the Coca Cola Corporation each and every year, all right? Coming in at number 8 is Restaurant Brands International, ticker symbol QSR. This one has a dividend yield of around 3.19%. Another strong dividend yielder there. Coming in at number 7 is Phillips 66. Now, this is a stake, from my understanding, he has been depleting of recent, but he still owns some of it, and the forward dividend yield on this one is around 3.35%. Very high yielder there. Coming in at number 6 is UPS. UPS, well, obviously probably the biggest shipping company in all the world for packages out there. UPS has a dividend yield of 3.42%, and that's another company that pretty consistently raises a dividend. UPS is interesting because we see Amazon getting more and more intertwined into shipping and transportation in general. It's going to be interesting to see UPS and FedEx if they actually have to fight off Amazon over time in that type of game. Obviously, we've seen Amazon move into a lot of different things and disrupt industries, and maybe transportation, packages, and things like that. Delivery, maybe that's the next wave that they're going to try to get into, all right? Wells Fargo Corporation, WFC, comes in at number 5. Obviously, Wells Fargo, one of the biggest banks in the entire world, and especially in the United States of America. 3.67% dividend yield on the Wells Fargo companies. He's been buying into that one heavy over the past few years. GM comes in at number 4. General Motors, obviously one of the biggest car makers in all of the world. This one has a dividend yield approaching 4% now, about 3.9% as of right now. GM's in an interesting spot because we have a mass change that's going on right now and will continue to go on over the next 5 years, which is basically going from ICE vehicles, internal combustion engines, to going to electric vehicles, and then on top of that, onto the autonomous driving wave. So it should be very interesting to see how GM navigates that. Is this a company that slowly becomes irrelevant, or is this a company that continues to keep its market share and can adapt and make successful electric vehicles that people actually want and end up buying, and as well as make autonomous driving vehicles that can successfully do that? That's a big question. That's an interesting stock, to say the least. Coming in at number 3 is Store Capital Corporation, ticker symbol STOR. Now, I don't think he personally bought this one. It's probably Todd or Ted, but needless to say, they do own it, and it does have a dividend yield over 4% on that one. Pretty small company for something Warren Buffett would own, of around $6.8 billion market cap. Extremely small. Usually Buffett's looking for huge companies to invest in, ones that have, market caps at least in the tens of billions, if not in the hundreds of billions, all right? Coming in at number 2, some of you guys may use Verizon. You might have that for your cell phone service. Ticker symbol VZ. This one pays a dividend yield of nearly 4.5%. This is the number 2 one out there. VZ is trying to brand themselves as the leader in 5G and trying to get 5G built out faster than AT&T or Sprint or T-Mobile or anybody else. So it should be very interesting to see if they're branded as like the 5G winner in the future, all right? And coming in at number 1, this one is a massive dividend payer for Warren Buffett, and that is Kraft Heinz Company, ticker symbol KHC. This one has a dividend yield of it on 5.2%. So Kraft Heinz, just a massive dividend payer there, all right? That is Warren Buffett's top 10 highest dividend yielding stocks. One last thing I want to share with you guys before you leave this video is around dividends and why they're so powerful. Because here's the thing, you start a stock market portfolio, you start buying some dividend stocks, okay? Those stocks start paying you dividends generally every 3 months. What does that capital allow you to do? Well, basically you can go buy more shares of dividend paying stocks, which means you'll be making even more money on those dividend shares, right? On top of that, most corporations that pay dividends end up raising those dividends each and every year. So which means you're going to get more and more dividends paid out so you can buy more and more shares. And you go ahead and you get even more dividends paid out to you, okay? And it's a compounding effect, which allows you to buy even more shares of dividend stocks. And you just start getting this snowball built up, and over a 5, 10, 15, 20 year time frame, all of a sudden you have this massive dividend portfolio built out where you could have potentially tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars paid out to you pretty much every quarter, quarter in and quarter out, that allows you to just buy more and more dividend shares. It's just a snowball effect, and it's a beautiful, beautiful thing when it works successfully, guys. So that's the power of dividends out there. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. I hope you kind of learned a little bit from it. And let me know if there's any of those stocks you guys actually own, or if there's any dividend stocks you think are much better picks out there than what Warren Buffett owns there. I'd love to hear from you guys, as always, in that comment section. Thank you for watching, and have a great day. If you guys are interested in some more dividend videos, I got one here, how to build a large dividend portfolio in 2019. You may want to check out that one. Just search it up on YouTube. Also have this one, top 10 highest paying dividend stocks for 2019. That's a video I think a lot of you guys will find very interesting, as well as 5 dividend stocks I own. This one I just posted a little over a week ago, and it goes into dividend stocks that I actually own. Hope you enjoy those.